Hi, welcome to the Big Bear Homestead, and today we're doing the knife challenge. Okay, so we were challenged by the Irish Family Homestead, our friends on the other side of the globe, to do a knife challenge. And what this knife challenge is you're supposed to pick 3 knives. Your oldest knife, your everyday carry type of knife, and your favorite knife. And you're supposed to talk a little bit about the knives, and then I'm going to tag some other folks. Now, if you've been watching my channel for any bit of time, you probably think, you know what? I bet he's going to have a K-bar as one of his knives. And if the parameters weren't what they were, maybe. I do enjoy my K-bar. My K-bar is in my bug out bag. We have a K-bar in just about everybody's bug out bag. And I keep one here in the desk. This was sent to me by a friend of mine, keeping it Dutch. He sent this to me as a gift for the Marine Corps birthday. But it doesn't make this list. Sorry, Dutch. Now, my oldest knife is this knife right here. And it's really, there's like 3 or 4 other knives that I have that are probably just as old as this one. But I'm not 100% sure. I inherited this fillet knife from my grandfather. This was his old fillet knife that he used to take out camping and fishing and everything, and this is the knife that he used to fillet fish with. Great knife. It gets used a lot in our kitchen to this day. Still holds the edge. This knife, if I had to guess, well, it would be probably close to 60 years old, if I had to guess. Let's see, I'm 43. And this was his knife long before I came around. So it's got to be at least 60 years old, 60, 70 years old, this knife right here. And this is my grandfather's fillet knife. I don't even know what brand it is. It says Sharp on the sheath. I was getting there. On the sheath. But other than that, there's no real markings on it that you can see to be able to tell. Even on the blade, it says Sharp. So I don't know exactly how old it is. But great knife. It'll probably get passed down to Blaze or one of the girls when I die. So this is my oldest knife. Now we move to my everyday carry type of knife. And I'm going to disappoint a lot of people. I don't have any fancy quick release blades and serrated edge blades, pocket knife type of things. I just have an old standard Swiss Army knife that I keep in my pocket here on the homestead. Why? Because it has a Phillips head screwdriver. It has a big blade. It has a little blade. Okay, it has a can opener. Oh, that's the bottle opener. This one over here is the can opener. Okay, and you flip it over here, and it's got a fish scaler and a leather punch. I can never get this one out without breaking a fingernail. But you gotta have to trust me on that one. I ain't doing that. It also has a toothpick, and it did have tweezers, but over the years they've got lost. Now this knife here is pretty old too. I won this knife when I was a Boy Scout. We had to sell raffle tickets one year for summer camp, and they canceled summer camp, and so I sold a whole bunch. That was the only way we were be able for me to go. Oh, it's also got this too. It's got the scaler right there. It's got other things on. I can't believe I missed that one. It's got scissors in here too. squirrel. But anyway, the only way that I was able to go to summer camp is if we sold X amount of raffle tickets. Well, that year they canceled summer camp, and so I got to pick a whole bunch of different prizes, and this was this. And I was probably 11, 12 years old when I got this. It's stuck around a long time. Still always goes in my pocket. This is one of my everyday carry knives. Now, my favorite knife is relatively a new knife. It was made here in America by an Army veteran. United States Army veteran. His name is Ricky Wallace. He made this knife and he named it after me. It is the Big Bear Beaver knife. This knife is phenomenal when it comes to skinning beaver. It fits great in my hand, and the weight of the knife helps make the initial cut, and your hand doesn't get as tired due to the weight of the knife when you're skinning a beaver. Plus, it holds its edge. That's one of the major problems with a lot of the newer knives out there today. They don't hold an edge. Blaze and I together skinned 27 beaver the first year we had this knife. It still has an edge. And if I didn't have anything but seed packets on my desk, I would show you. Great knife. All I've ever had to do is just keep rubbing some of the old beaver fat on the blade to keep it going. Great knife. Love this knife. My favorite knife. I also got some other knives from Ricky Wallace, and the only reason why I picked this one over the skinning knives is because this one's named after me. I mean, duh. How could it not be my favorite? Right? So, there it is. My oldest knife, my grandfather's old fillet knife. One of my everyday carry knives, my Swiss Army knife from my Boy Scout days. And my favorite knife, the Big Bear Beaver knife made by Ricky Wallace. Now, who am I going to tag? Well, first person I'm going to tag is Full Spectrum Survival. I'm going to tag him. Kick it on over to him. Brad, favorite knife, your oldest knife, and your everyday carry. I'm also going to tag Oldways New Times. Remember, oldest knife. Now, I know with Oldways New Times, it may be a chunk of bone that has an edge on it, because they were around then. Love you, mama. Oldest knife, everyday carry, favorite knife. And then I'm going to tag another blacksmith. I'm not going to tag Ricky Wallace, because I couldn't get a hold of him to see if he wanted to do it. But I'm going to tag Josh over there at JJL Forge. Oldest knife, favorite knife, everyday carry. So there you have it. I want to take this time and thank the Irish Family Homestead for tagging us in this video. And I also want to apologize to them because it has taken us like 2 weeks to get this video out. We had a lot of crazy things happen here on the homestead shortly after they tagged us, and we weren't able to get it out right away. But we got it out. I want to say thank you to them. I was going to have a Guinness here and say cheers, mate, but it's early in the day, and my wife would yell at me for drinking that early. She's not Irish. She doesn't understand. But anyway, Full Spectrum, Oldways New Times, and JL Forge. Have at it, guys. I gotta answer a text message now. There it is, the knife challenge. Thanks for coming by the Big Bear Homestead, and like always, have a nice day.